I really love cartoons. Like anything animated, I will watch. My goal in watching anything is finding a new couple to idolize. But there's so many great couples, I was thinking, which couple is actually the best? So I went online and I found a list of the most popular animated couples, and I'm gonna rank them right now. Starting off with the classic couple, Cinderella and Prince Charming. They started off not looking for love. Like Cinderella just wanted to go to a party, and Prince Charming was only there because his dad was like, you better find a wife, boy. And he was like, no guarantees, papa. And the thing is, even though they talked the entire night, Cinderella didn't even know he was the prince. I want to put them in B tier, but he did forget how she looked like, and he was with her the entire night. But I'm actually gonna give them a C. Next up, we got Cat Noir and Ladybug. This thing won't let me just kind of hover, so I'm just gonna put them here first. Technically, they're not a couple because they're not together. Ladybug is Marinette, and Marinette is in love with Adrian. But the thing is, what she doesn't know is Adrian is actually Cat Noir. Cat Noir is in love with Ladybug, but he doesn't know that Ladybug is Marinette. I really love them together, but they're not together. So just to be fair, I'm gonna put them in the A tier, but they should be S. Next, we have Rapunzel and Eugene. Now, as much as I love the characters itself, but together, I don't know. I don't necessarily think they're the best, only because Rapunzel does a lot more for Eugene than he does for her. I'm gonna give them a C. I think they're great, just not the best. And we're trying to find the best right now. Next, we got Inuyasha and Kagome. Straight up F couple. They belong right here and they're gonna stay there. Inuyasha was completely terrible to Kagome. Are you kidding me? The entire time, he kept trying to get back with his ex-girlfriend. Kagome deserved way better than that. F. Next, we got Shrek and Fiona. I already know the answer. You already know the answer. Let's not pretend that they're not an S tier couple. They didn't fall in love for superficial reasons like money or looks. Even in Shrek 2, when they were given the opportunity to be humans, Fiona was like, no, I want to be with the ogre I fell in love with. Too much love. Next, we got Luz and Amity from Owl House. I feel like because they're young, they love really intensely. On top of that, this is like their first real relationship. I'm gonna put them at B because they remind me of when I first started dating and I would do all sorts of stupid stuff with my boyfriend. Next, we got Miles and Gwen from Into the Spider-Verse. Now, I know they're not even a couple, but they kind of teased it in the new trailers. I'm so excited for it. Oh, I always say that one of the most important things about a relationship is that your partner is your friend, and they're definitely really good friends. But long distance relationships is really hard. I used to be in a long distance relationship and the other person was just across the country, and that was agonizing. These two live in two different dimensions. How is that gonna work? So because of the distance, I'm going to put them at C. Not because I don't want them together, only because the distance is very questionable. Aang and Katara, I'm gonna put them as a B couple. Now, hear me out. I know they're good for each other. They make each other better. They're the ultimate peace couple. But the thing is, the show also teased Katara and Zuko, and that's what I wanted. But it's okay. Aang and Katara save the world like they're supposed to do. Solid B couple. Next, we got Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Now, I know that they're very beloved characters, but what do we really know about Mickey and Minnie? Not much. It's always very surface level. They're the kind of couple that you always see with like a smile on their face and everything's going really well all the time, but behind closed doors, what really happens? I would say they belong in D. Next, we got Tarzan and Jane. Classic love story. Girl goes to the jungle, meets a wild man, falls in love. Typical, right? I'm going to put them at a B tier. Only because it's not so realistic. You're telling me Jane, a woman who grew up with indoor plumbing, suddenly wants to give all that up for a man? I don't think so. Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, aka Bob and Helen Parr. Automatically an A couple. Do you know how hard it is to keep a marriage fresh after 18 years and 3 kids on top of saving the world? That's a solid couple. I didn't give them an S only because Bob lied to Helen a couple times and I'm not about that, you know? Next, we have Pixar crushing our soul within 10 minutes. Carl and Ellie, S tier. You just felt the love in everything that they did. They brought happiness to the kids who came to the zoo. They went on picnic dates. They danced into old age. Even though their life didn't play out exactly as they wanted to be, they still had an amazing adventure together. Oh my heart. Next, we got the Belchers. Bob and Linda. I had to say it that way. What makes them such a great couple is that every single time Linda gets like any crazy idea, Bob just goes along with it because he loves her. And that's what relationships are all about. I will idolize the out of them. I give them an A. Joker and Harley. Okay, the only reason why they're even on this list is because they're actually on the list for favorite couples, which I don't understand. They are an F tier couple. Like if they there's anything lower than F, like buried in the ground 6 foot under, stomped on a couple times, that's what their relationship is. This is the most toxic relationship ever. Joker did not care about Harley Quinn at all. Like, he only ever used her to get what he wanted. That's an F tier for me. Joker can fall back into that giant tub of chemicals, and this time I'm gonna close the lid. Ruby and Sapphire. S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier. Ruby, Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire goes above everybody on this list. No doubt in my mind. They're literally fire and ice. Complete opposites. But they make it work. They communicate with each other. They understand what the other person needs whenever they're sad or upset. They had 6,000 years together, but every time they see each other, it's like the first time they've seen each other, and then they just fall back in love again every time. My favorite couple is obviously Ruby and Sapphire, and I want to know what yours is. So let me know in the comments. Bye.